Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. We are 3 days out. 3 days out. 3 days out. We are 3 days out from Christmas, and I know it's been a while since I got in this kitchen to make you guys a casserole. And today I'm bringing you a recipe that is near and dear to my brown Mexican hearts, because we are making a tamal. I don't know whether to say tamale casserole or tamal casserole. We're gonna call it a tamale casserole. See, tamales in the Mexican household is not something that you could eat on a day-to-day basis because they are very, very high calorie, especially the manteca that our mothers use, which is like a very thick margarine. It kind of just skyrockets the calories for tamales, and there's very, very minimal protein. But thankfully I have found a way to make some tweaks here and there. That way we could reduce the calories without sacrificing any flavor. So ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, let's start the casserole. So the first ingredient that we're gonna need is corn flour. Now, you can use regular white flour. Actually, I don't wanna say you can use that because this corn flour has a very, very distinct taste. And if you are Mexican or Latino, you have probably seen this white bag. It's the bag that our moms use. It's the bag that our abuelitas use. It's the bag that our tias use. Everybody uses corn flour in a Hispanic household. So we're gonna use 150 grams of corn flour, which is 5 servings. Next, we're gonna take 56 grams of, I cannot believe it's not butter. Like I said, our moms and our tias and our grandmas use manteca, which is like a very, very thick margarine that is extremely high in fat. And that usually gives the masa that flavor. But we're gonna add this and incorporate a couple of more ingredients so we jam-pack that masa with flavor. Let's go. Now, it doesn't have to be a Hello Kitty cup, guys, but you know, I have to work with what I got, and this is all I got right now, so bear with me. And we're gonna go ahead and microwave it for 30 seconds. Okay guys, so now that your butter is melted, we're gonna add it to our masa. So we're gonna add this in quarters. So we're gonna add the first quarter, mix it in, the second quarter, mix it in, the third quarter, mix it in. We just do not want the corn flour to clump up, so we're gonna add it on little by little. You're gonna wanna make sure that every part of this flour is coated in some of this butter. Next, we're gonna add some salt to the masa, some black pepper, 1 gram to 2 grams of garlic powder, and 1.5 grams of baking powder. Now, if you guys have a bigger bowl, I highly suggest that you guys use the biggest bowl you guys have, because it's gonna get a little messy after this point. And as you can tell, this is the biggest bowl I have in my house. So we're gonna make it work. So in case you don't have a ginormous bowl in your house, we're gonna make it work. So for our next ingredient, we're gonna need fat-free chicken broth, or even if it's not fat-free, chicken broth is extremely low calorie. I have one in the fridge that is not fat-free and it's only 15 calories for a cup. This one is 5 calories for a cup, which is gonna be more than enough. And yes, we highly suggest that you use your hands for this. This will be a lot easier if I had a gigantic bowl. Now you want this masa to get extremely moist. We don't want it to be dry in any place. Moist? I don't know why, I don't understand people who are like, oh my god, man, like why do you say the word moist? I hate that word. Like, quit being so sensitive, fam. Now this step is completely optional, but I like to add another level of flavor as well to my tamal, because the more flavor it has, man, the better. So I'm gonna add a small can of diced green chilies into the masa. Now it's time for the protein part of the recipe. So we are going to be using 12 ounces of chicken breast. I went to my local supermarket, bought a rotisserie chicken, and measured out 12 ounces of chicken breast. You guys could obviously opt for cooking your chicken breast at home and making it here. Whatever you want to do, you can do. Just make sure you have 12 ounces of chicken breast. And if you want to add more to it to amp up the protein, then add more to it. If you want to diminish a little bit of it, take some away, but get yourself a lean source of protein. So this is the part where you guys have to choose what kind of enchilada you guys want. If you guys want the green one, go ahead and use the green enchilada sauce. I've made it with this one 3 times. I actually made 2 batches of this for my family on Thanksgiving and they absolutely loved it. But today, we're gonna try the red one. So pick your paradise, guys. You guys can't lose either way. Chicken broth is 5 calories and I'm gonna be using less than a quarter of it. So I'm not even gonna measure it. I'm gonna say that's like 2 calories and then I'm not gonna track. Throw the chicken in there. If you eat tamales, you notice that the meat is never ever dry. It's always very juicy. And this is the reason why. We want to incorporate a little bit of juiciness into the meat. And we are adding 2 servings of enchilada sauce, which is 120 grams. And I'm weighing it off the camera just in case anybody wants to get smart out there. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna let it simmer, make sure the flavors incorporate, and make sure that our chicken is juicy. Non-stick cooking spray. We're gonna grab half of our dough and place it in the bottom. Next, we're gonna get our meat that smells pretty damn amazing, and we're gonna put it inside of our casserole dish. Okay, and now it's time for the second layer of the dough to go above this. So this part could be a little tricky because the chicken is hot, so I suggest that you guys put the dough into 4 separate corners, just so it could be a little bit easier to spread. I like to get a spatula, spray it with a little bit of non-stick, and just press it down little by little. The key to this part, guys, is patience. You gotta do it slowly, because if you want it to look good and you're trying to do this as quickly as possible, the meat is gonna rise up and the aesthetics are gonna be off. Now, if the meat rises up, it does not matter, it's still gonna taste exactly the same. But if you want it to look a little bit decent, just take your time. We're in no rush here. So as you can see, mine doesn't look exactly perfect, but it's good enough. That works for me. Now on top of this, we're gonna add another 2 servings or 120 grams of enchilada sauce and make sure it spreads out evenly. Now I suggest that you guys find a cheese that has a little bit of fat. This one here I got from Trader Joe's. It's a light mozzarella. It's 60 calories with 2 grams of fat, 3 carb and 7 protein. So this one will work perfectly. You guys can use fat-free cheese. You guys could use full fat cheese, but again, the macros will change. 3 servings. We're gonna go ahead, bust out the aluminum foil and cover it up. This is gonna prevent the cheese from burning. And we're gonna put it in the oven for 30 minutes. Thank you, thank you. Okay, now, once the 30 minutes are done, we are going to take the aluminum foil off and then let it sit in the oven, still baking at 400 for another 10 minutes. You just gotta be careful, man, because this aluminum foil is pretty damn hot. Oh, and let me tell you, She's looking pretty damn good. Ooh, boy, she ready. Let's go. Ay, way! I just burned myself, guys. It's not a good time. Casserole be looking like a lasagna, man. Look at this. Look at it. Can you smell this? Can you smell this? Suggest you guys do with your tamale casserole is set it down and let it cool off for like a good 10 minutes. It is ready to eat. If you guys want to eat it, you guys can go ahead, stick a spatula in here and eat away. But if you have ever grabbed the tamal out of the pot, fresh out of the pot, put it in a plate and cut through it, the dough almost like crumbles just a little bit. And we don't want that to happen. So let it sit for like a good 10 minutes, let it set a little bit more, and then we can devour. The macros are pretty insane, guys, compared to a regular tamale, but we'll get to that in a second. I am extremely excited to try this out. I mean, it's still pretty damn hot. As you can see, the smoke is coming out of my fork. Let's go, baby. Don't burn my tongue. It's that flavor, man. That flavor. The flavor is so on point, and the key to making this taste like a tamal is what we put into the masa. That part holds so much flavor for the tamal. The chicken is just chicken. We had a little bit of sauce here, we had a little bit of chicken stock there. That's gonna hold on its own, but the masa is where it's at. And let me put you guys on real quick. You add some tapatio to your tamales, bro, that's like level up 100 times. Tapatio will always level up your tamales. So hot. Now the macros for the entire casserole that you see here, which is 4 servings, is 1,377 calories. That means when you divide it into 4 servings, each serving is 344 calories, 36 grams of protein, 35 grams of carbs, and 6 grams of fat. I mean, 350 calories for tamal is unheard of. 36 grams of protein in a tamal is more unheard of. A tamal that has 6 grams of fat is even more unheard of. And not just that, guys, if you guys even want to reduce the calories even more, and just want a regular tamal, take off the cheese. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. This thing is a banger, and I really hope that you guys try it out. Share it with your family, man. Share it with your loved ones. You won't miss with this one, guaranteed. So thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you guys made it this far, please go ahead, like and subscribe. If you haven't already, more videos to come. Hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. I'll see you guys before the New Year's. Once again, guys, thanks so much for watching. Love you guys. Peace.